Jimmy. And smoke on loud. I got perfect attendance.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys do not know who I am your girl Brittany, and I normally go by when I'm on stage. When I'm doing other things, I go by Killer Intuition. So if you guys go view my blog website, which I'm gonna probably put in the description box, and if you guys go view my YouTube page, it's Killer Intuition. And if you guys go visit my wedding website, which is not up yet, it's going to be Killer Intuition. So yeah, or if I do decide to change my name anytime soon, it's gonna be Killer B. Now honestly, I've been thinking how I wanted to brand my name, and I think I'm gonna stick with Killer Intuition. But anyways, that's beside the point. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, but that's beside the point. And yes, I want to put out, if you guys are smaller YouTubers and you stay in the southern part of Mississippi, okay, I want you guys to go ahead and let me know in the comment section below also, and we can all collab together, make videos together, bring each other up together. But anyways, I already have like a couple of people who reached out to me and wanted to do collabs, but I'm going to do them, you guys. I'm going to do them. But just give me a little time to get my mind together to go ahead and get my videos out, so I won't have to worry about them. But today I'm bringing to you guys a crazy, weird, misunderstood, what happened story time. This story time is going to talk about a time where I met my first stalker, okay? Okay. But before we get in this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, of course. And also, don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified every time I decide to put out a crazy, weird video, okay? So yeah, let's get into this video. So a long time ago, I was in college / high school. Honestly, I must say this started in high school. Now, I honestly can say I was the type of person, if something go wrong with me, I usually didn't tell people what was the problem, okay? So, I want to say a couple of weeks before I graduated high school, which was May 8, 2011, I will never forget that day, because that's the day where I said, fuck high school, I'm going to college. So, I want to say a couple of days before I was getting ready to graduate, I started receiving these weird emails. Now, at first I'm thinking, these emails are spam, right? So then the emails start to get personal, where the person started sending me, and at the time I didn't know who it was. Okay. So, they started sending me emails. These emails was, a little off to me. So I'm thinking maybe, they sent it to the wrong person. But I have an email address. The only way that you can actually think of my email address is if I actually gave it to you. That's the only way. Or you watch, and I didn't even have a YouTube channel at that time. And the only other thing I can think about is school, because honestly I didn't even have my blog website working then, and honestly me and my wedding website was just merely a thought. That's it. So to me it had to be someone that I was in school with or from job applications. So I'm thinking in the middle of my head like, bro, maybe it's the wrong person and I'm just bugging out. So I'm like, okay, I want to say after I received the first couple of emails, I want to say probably the next day I was going to take my graduation photos, and that's when I received another email. And this email was me taking my photos, and plus it was me with my back turned. So whoever it was, they was there with me. You guys, I mean, they was like right behind me. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, maybe it's an ex or something or somebody. Okay, it was freaking me the hell out. But then, and I'll never forget this day, because this is the day where I was supposed to go to have my first intern meeting at the school that I was going to attend in the fall. Okay, so I'm at this school, and at the time when I received that email from that person, when I was taking my photos for high school, for graduation, I actually told somebody about it. Like, I actually told, I think it was my friend at the time and a counselor that I was talking to at the time. I told them about it. Them the only two I told about it. And then they was telling me maybe you need to go ahead and write up a police report. Like, and I'm like, I'm in the back of my head like, okay, if I write a police report, what can I put down there? That someone from my email is stalking me? Like, bro, what sense does that make? And then, my counselor told me, I should just take the emails up there and tell them I don't know this person, and they are so close to me, to the fact that they came to my graduation photo shoot. So, me being the smart person I am, thinking in the back of my head, I didn't go, okay? Because I don't want to go in the police station and say, hey, somebody is stalking me, I don't know what it is. And then they're going to say, have this person made any contact with you? And then I'm going to say, oh yeah, they gave me an email, and the email is me taking photo shots and blase, blase. And I'm going to be like, bruh. Like, okay. So, moving along, I didn't go to the police station. So, yeah. At this point, looking back, I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't go. But at the same time, I should have went. But anyways, moving on. So, I went to the intern, everything at my school. At least I thought I was finna go. I stepped out my car. I was getting ready to go in the building. I received another email. Now, this time, I'm like, bro, who's texting me at this time of the morning? Because people I know that has my number know not to text me before 9. Because usually I get up, do everything I got to do, and then after 9, I'm like free to talk or do whatever. So I wait. I get out my car. I check my phone. There's an email, and I'm like, bro, I should have just, like, at this point, I just want to deactivate that email address and just get me another one. But I know everybody that's on a business level has that email address. So I don't want to, like, delete it, because I need that email address to stay in contact with people that get me hired up in my life. Like, bruh. And to this day, I still have that email address. To this day, I still have business people contacting me off their email address. And yeah, so moving on. And then like I said, I get out the car, and I'm looking around. For some odd reason, I feel like people are watching me. And you know, you get that weird feeling, especially when you're in the same room with a person and they staring at you. You look to the side because you can feel them, like, looking at you. And if you like me, you hate that feeling. And then if you look over there to them, like, bruh, what are you looking at? Like, bruh, stop looking at me like that, because it make you feel weird. So I'm looking around because I'm getting out of my car, and I'm thinking to myself, somebody's watching me, right? I ain't see nothing. not a car in sight. So I looked at the email address, right? And the email address has me actually stepping out my car. And it's a picture. Like, bruh, I looked around and I didn't see nobody. So I'm thinking maybe they clicked the picture real quick. And then I got out the car, and then that's when I looked around and they just didn't see nobody. And I just didn't see nobody. So I'm like, bro, somebody is fucking with me. And I need to find out, like, why, okay? Because at this point in my mind, I'm like, bro, they getting too personal to the fact that they're following me. And I'm the only female. I'm not saying that I can't handle myself, because if you step to me the wrong way, but that's beside the point. But it's just the fact that I'm a whole female in these streets. And I don't have time to be like risking my life. Even though I can take well care of myself, I just don't have the time. So it's like, bruh, it's weird. So I didn't go to the intern meeting because I felt out of place. And I sent the people a whole email. Then I sent them a picture of my email that I got when I was stepping out my car. I sent them everything. So they decided to reschedule, and they said, sorry for the inconvenience and all this stuff. Sorry that you feel this way. Sorry. And then, honestly, at the end, P.S., they said, call the police. Like, bro, everybody telling me to call the police, but in the back of my head, I'm black. They not gonna help me. So I'm like, bro, it's no sense calling the police. But you're like the third person to tell me to call the police. So graduation night comes. We have the big old woo-ha. I go to my friend's graduation party. We have fun. We just kick back, chill, all this stuff. It was basically a kickback, graduation, kickback, whatever you want to call it. And we were just all having fun. Now, this strange female steps through the door. And I say strange, and I say weird, and I say crazy, because this video is going to make a weird, crazy turn. And you guys are probably yelling at me, you should have called the police the first time. Okay? Okay. So, that night, like I said, we was at the kickback, and then this weird female steps through the door. Now, mind you, at this time, I was questioning, was I gay or straight, okay? And you guys, she was amazing. She was sexy as, okay? But the thing about it was, I feel like only a couple people know that I tested a pool of females. And at the time, I didn't want everybody to know that I was questionable or lesbian, okay? Okay. So, I'm thinking in the back of my head, this is like crazy. Like, I feel like I know this female, but I don't know her. But I think I know her because I feel like I done seen her somewhere. Which this is going to come into play, because I start questioning myself like, bruh, where do you know this female from? So, honestly, we just chill. Then I have my friends next to me. I'm like, hey, y'all know this female? And they was like, nah. Then my other friend was like, hey, if I did know her, she'll be my girl already. Then I'm looking at him like, bro, calm your hormones. And because this is a serious situation, and I just wanted to know who she was. And at the time, you could tell she was a lesbian because she was a full stud, okay? But she had dreads, and you guys, the prettiest skin ever, okay? And so everything was okay, but throughout the night, everybody telling me why she's looking at you like that. And I'm like, what you mean why she's looking at me like that? And I never noticed it, because when my mind is not focused on BS, then I start drinking, smoking, just chilling, you know, trying not to do the whole drama situation. And every time I look her way, she looks away. And I'm thinking in the back of my head, if you watch the move is like, if you look at a girl and she looks away, then she likes you, right? And I'm like, because it's kind of creepy the way she was staring at me. She moves all slow, just staring at me like, bro, what the fuck? So then, I didn't think nothing of it. I just kept chilling with my friends till it was like probably past midnight. I was ready to go to the house and go to bed. So I was like telling everybody goodbye. Now at the time when I was at the kickback, I did receive an email, but I'm like, I'm not with the shits tonight, so I didn't even read it. Now I was telling everybody bye and all this stuff, and come to think about it, I didn't even see that girl leave. So then I'm like, okay, whatever. I went home, went to sleep, and that was that. Okay. Got up the next morning. This is when I decided that I was going to start packing for college. Okay. No, it wasn't. This was the morning I decided to start packing for my summer vacation to Atlanta. Okay. And we was going from Atlanta to Miami. From Miami to California. Okay. Now, mind you guys, we didn't go where I said we was gonna go. None of it. Okay. Well, I take that back. We didn't go to California, but we did go to Miami. And we just decided to stay in Miami for the whole summer. We didn't go to California like I wanted to, which we could have did, and I wouldn't have been in the predicament I was in. Okay? So, anyways, moving on. We got up that morning and we got ready and we got on the plane and we left. Okay? Now, when I touched down in Atlanta, I got an email. This email showed where I was packing all of my stuff in my friend's car at the time, okay? And I keep saying my friend at the time because honestly, you guys will understand what I mean, okay? Okay. So, I was packing all of my things in her car at the time, and that's what the email was about. And the email, she finally, I'm gonna say the person finally opened up and said, I like you, but I don't know how to come to you to tell you, so I've been sending you these weird emails. Hopefully they're not creeping you out. I'm like, bro, what the fuck you mean? You've been following me everywhere I go. What you mean they're not gonna creep me out? At this time, if I find you, you gonna have a well-whooped ass. Like, bro, don't. I feel like if you like somebody, just tell them. Don't stalk them, okay? Because that's creepy as fuck. So, I didn't reply, but I did read the message, and I'm like, bro, delete, delete, and delete. And I'm kind of happy at the time that I didn't delete it permanently. I just deleted it to put it in the trash. So we made it to Atlanta. It was fun. I didn't receive any emails at all when I was in Atlanta, which was amazing. So I stayed in Atlanta for 3 weeks, which was basically all of June. And then I decided to go ahead and go to Miami. Now, you know, Miami is a weird turn up, a wild turn up in Miami during the summertime. Now, you guys know my birthday is July the 5th. Thank you, God. And that's why I went to Miami. Okay. So it was around, I want to say the 2nd or the 3rd. And we was making plans of what I was going to do on my birthday day. And the whole day for my birthday or whatever. So then we decided to just go out, have brunch with each other. Now mind you, it was me, my friend at the time, and a lot of more people that came with us. But we was all just a group of friends. And we just wanted to just get away and have fun and do, because it was no grown up, so why not? So, that what happened, we got away, we was in Miami, and we was just chilling, and then I was looking up things like what I could do for my birthday and all of this stuff. So we had a lot planned. Now I'm gonna tell you guys, we didn't do nothing that I had planned. Okay, we just ate, drank, play games, and went at this little water park thing, and other than that, that's it. We didn't do nothing I had planned. Now we was in Miami, and we was at this little, I don't know what you call them places, but they was selling like these exotic drinks. They was busting coconuts. So I'm like, bruh, I got to get me a drink. Okay? If it's gonna be that dramatic just to get a drink, I want one. Because these drinks is gonna be bomb. Which it was not. Okay? It tasted like watered down pineapple juice to me. But whatever. By the way, those drinks was expensive. For one coconut was $25. Like, bro, it was a coconut. I can go to the farmer's market now and get a coconut for $3. Like, damn. What? But anyways, moving along, we just continued the day on. We was drinking, exploring, all this stuff. So then my friend comes up to me and said, hey, I think we should have a trip 1 week where we can just go to Jamaica for a week and just get away from the States. And I'm like, great idea. Let's do it. Just let me know when. Right? Right. So, and everybody start thinking, well, we're going away for college. Let's do a spring break. And I'm thinking spring break is like next year. So, yeah. But anyways, that was beside the point. So, actually, really, nothing really happened in Miami, but I did receive like a couple of more emails telling me how the person felt about me and all of this stuff, but I really didn't pay no mind. Like, you can tell anybody how you feel, but if you're not human enough, and I say human enough to come and tell that person how you feel, then it's not really important to that person. Honestly, let's be 1,000. If I can't see who you are, and you can't be grown enough to tell me like who you are or show me who you are, then it's not that important to me. Okay? I'm not going to look into it. I'm just not. So we had got back from Miami. We went back to Atlanta. Now, the only reason why we kept going back to Atlanta is because we picked up people in Atlanta. So, when we went back to Atlanta, I'm like, bro, we might as well stay for the rest of the summer. Because it don't make sense to go home and we don't have like 2 weeks to go. We might as well stay in Atlanta for these 2 weeks. Now, mind you guys, it did take money to actually stay in Atlanta because we have to get our plane tickets kind of changed out and get the date changed and all this stuff. And make sure we get on the right connection to bring us back to Mississippi. Okay? So, moving along, we got back to Atlanta. I started receiving these weird emails again, and that was crazy. So, I'm like, fuck it. We're going to find out who this person is. And I sent them an email, and that's when I was telling my friends, we're going to meet this person here and here and here. We're going to a public place, and I'm going to bring all you guys with me. Now, the best friend at this time decided not to go. Okay? Okay. So, she decided to stay home because she was sick. That heifer wasn't no more sick than my dog was. Okay? So, we was like, okay, cool, strange, but okay. So, we all went to this restaurant, and for the best of me, I cannot remember the name of that restaurant, because I can honestly say that restaurant, and it's a good thing I don't know the name of it, because it recently closed down because of something. I think a roach or something was found in the food, but it's a good thing that I look back and we didn't eat there. We were just there to meet the creep that was following me. So we all went to this restaurant. We got to the restaurant and we all didn't sit together. I actually, like, they actually sat in different places in the restaurant just to be spread it out, just in case something go down. I have extra backup, okay? So we was all just sitting there chilling, and we was texting each other back and forth. At the time, this is when I thought iPhone was the GOAT. Now, I don't like iPhone. I hate iPhone. And I might do a story time of why I hate an iPhone. It won't be long, but it'll be a story time, okay? Now back to this story time. So we sat there for a good minute. When I say a good minute, we sat there. It was going on 45, maybe an hour we sat there. Then the same girl that we seen at the party showed up. So I'm like, bruh, no, it can't be. No. Because in the back of my head, like, bruh, okay, how did she get my email for one? How did she know what I drove? How did she know where I was going to be, when I was going to be? How she know where I stayed? How she know? I was asking myself questions when I could have been asking these female questions. So then, come to find out, I'm thinking to myself, I stood up, I looked at her, she walked straight by me. And I was like, okay, maybe it's not her. So I sat down. She went to another table. She sat down, sat there for a minute. And then she sent an email. And I'm not going to say it's her, but at the time looking back, it was her. She sent the email and said, I'm here. What you mean you here? Come to the table. I mean, you know what I look like. So that's not a surprise. And you can't say send you a picture because you've been taking pictures of me all this time, so you already knew who I am. So what's the problem? So this is the time where I did send an email back and say, bro, just come in or come to the table or something. So the girl gets up, comes back to my table and sits down and said, hey. I was like, hey, who? Yeah, I'm the one that's been emailing you. I'm the one that's been stalking you. And she said stalking like this. Like, bruh, it's no fucking air quotes. You was stalking me. You know that, right? So then she said, yeah. And then she broke it down to me. How she got my email address. How she knew who I was going to be at. She broke it down to me. She said, yeah, you know your friend. She gave me your email address. She told me where you was going to be. She told me you had a crush on me. Now, at the time, I only knew one friend who I told all of that to. But anyways, she said, every time I look around, I see your face. So I thought it was a sign. Maybe God sent me to you. I'm like, me and God got an understanding, boo, that if he sent somebody to me, he gonna give me a clue. Okay? And we haven't talked in a long time. So, me and God ain't had no conversation about him sending me nobody. Because at the time, I didn't need nobody. I didn't want nobody. I wasn't ready for nobody. So then she went on to say, well, I just want to let you know I'm not a stalker. I do want to get to know you. I do like you, blase, blase. I was just waiting to make the right move. Then I'm thinking in my head, so you thought the right move was you to stalk my email, to stalk me where I went, to stalk me where I, like, bro, we're in Atlanta. How you know I was going to be in Atlanta? So she told me, your friend told me. So then in the back of my head, I'm thinking to myself, that's the reason why she didn't want to go with us, because she already knew the female. Like, bruh, this was the weirdest game ever. So honestly, me and the girl went out on a first date. Now, this is the crazy part. You guys know I told you guys I have been in a relationship for 7 years. We went on it. We got on it all. Well, the person that stalked me is the person I was in a relationship with for 7 years. Okay? We was damn near married until she decided to slip up and slip out and listen to other people. Okay? Now, you guys might be looking at me like, what the fuck is that? Yes, we was in a relationship for 7 years. Now, this relationship was, I feel like it was quick. I feel like it was a setup. I feel like it was an eye-opener. I feel like it was I just feel like it could have went a different way. Now, the friend, you guys might be thinking, we are no longer friends. That's the reason why I said my best friend at the time throughout the video. She is no longer my friend. Now, fast forward to today. Me and this person is not together. I mean, we do speak on occasions, but it's not, hey, let's get back together. It's more like, hey, friend, how you doing, friend? It's not more of, let's get back together type deal. And some of you guys might be asking, okay, but why you just didn't call the police? Because at the time, to me, I was the police, the judge, and the jury of my own life. And I didn't want no polices all up in my life. I didn't want to go to the police station. They be looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, bruh, you don't even know these people and they just send you random emails. Now, honestly, for someone to send you random emails, you have to give your email out somewhere. So I knew for a fact it had to be someone close to me who actually gave them the email, because honestly, you have to be close to me to get my email, because I never really gave my email out to nobody. But anyway, you guys, that's all I have to say on that subject. Like I said, we was in a relationship for 7 years. We was damn near married. We lived together. We had everything together. But when you have people in your life who really don't want to see you happy, then they're going to do everything and anything in their powers to destroy it. Now, honestly, to this day, I just think, like, what would have happened if none of that stuff, the reason why we broke up, if none of that ever happened, then where would we be today? And honestly, I really can't say that we'll be together. I really can't say that we will be married. We probably would be together, but at this point in my life, I don't think we'll be married. I think we'll still be in a relationship. I think we'll still have years under our belts together, but I just don't think we'll be ready to move on to the whole marriage type deal. Honestly, because when we both got into that relationship, we was both childish. But honestly, we both grew up together. Especially when them bills start kicking, we grew up real fast. And we both got to know each other on a level to where we could cohabitate with each other and not be at each other's neck all the time. So this is a story time of where my stalker became my best friend, became my companion, became my secret keeper, became my lover, became everything. But honestly, people who actually get stalked, their story don't turn out like that. So you have to be mindful of certain situations you put yourself in. But the moral of this story is, you'll never know who likes you unless they actually come up there and tell you. But the moral of this story is, what I want you guys to take away from this story is, never second guess yourself. If something don't feel right, it's because it's not right. It was something, if you know different, then don't force yourself to question yourself. And I felt like throughout that whole situation, I questioned myself a lot. I questioned, like, what did I do to make her want to stalk me? Like, and then, and I know some of you guys probably said, okay, when you faced your friend, what did she say? Honestly, when we had got back to the house, she was not even there. Honestly, she was not there. I called her for, I want to say, weeks at a time. Other people called her for weeks at a time. She never answered. So when we did decide to go back to Mississippi, just because we was getting ready to go to college, and now mind you guys, all of us was going to college together. I hate the fact that we decided to do it that way, but we did do it that way. And that's the first time I actually seen that girl after that summer vacation. And that's when she said she was sorry. The girl liked her, so she came up, liked me, so she came up with this bright ass idea to actually make a prank on me. Now me, a prank only lasts for a day, or a prank only lasts for a couple of hours. But when a prank going on lasting for months and you guys still doing it, then that's when it comes serious. And honestly, I felt angry. I felt humiliated. I felt like she should have been wanting me to know just to tell me, hey, you like her, she likes you, and be done with it. I feel like some people just don't understand that sometimes you in a situation to where all you have to do is talk to that person. Communicate with a person go a long way other than you trying to be a damn prankster on them. Because honestly, looking back, I'm kind of happy I didn't call the police, because honestly, we, to this day, we're still good friends. We still communicate. But me and the girl that I was in a relationship for 7 years, I mean, we still good friends. We communicate. Now, that was friends. She did communicate. She did try to inbox me on Facebook, but I'm like, delete, block, and be done. Because she never apologized for making me feel a certain way. She never, and I feel like she's the type of person that I never get the apology that I wanted. And I don't want the apology of, I'm sorry for what I did. I want an apology for, I'm sorry that I did this, and this. I want you to label what the fuck you did. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of people get out, I'm sorry, and be done. Or I apologize and be done. But I'm the type of person, if you're going to apologize, say exactly what you did in their apology, so you can understand. Don't do it again. But, I don't know, man. And to this day, I'm kind of, it was an eye-opener. It did turn out to be a good thing, but at the same time, it's like it was a lesson for me to not, to just not take people around me for granted. That's all I got to say. Because some people you have in your life, if they're just to see harm done to you. And I feel, and I'm not saying that she was there just to do harm to me. I'm just saying that I feel like you should, if you was my best friend, you owe me the loyalty and the respect, then you should have came to me, hey, I know someone who likes you, and you probably like them too, but I just don't know how we should approach it. Then that would, I felt like I would have handled that in a different situation than you playing a prankster on me. I just can't get that. And so yeah, that's the end of this story. Let me know if you guys want to hear more story times like this. I honestly do have more coming up. I just don't know when I'm going to decide to put these jokers out. But when I do, you'll be the first one to get them, of course, if you have on your notification bell. So don't forget to turn that on. Also, don't forget to look in the description box to get all of my social medias, so you guys can actually stalk me on all of my social medias to see what I do after I get off this camera, okay? So yeah. Like it's the weekend for me. I hope you guys have a great day, a great night. But also remember, stay safe, stay out of trouble, because I want to see you guys in my next crazy show. Okay? Bye, guys.